So welcome to lecture number 8. This is inside EC core components, and what we are going to discuss today, it is CPU. So first of all, what is CPU? The CPU is responsible for interpreting and executing most of the commands from computers hardware and software. CPU की responsibility ये है कि जितने भी कमांड्स हैं जो सॉफ्टवेयर कंप्यूटर के सॉफ्टवेयर या कंप्यूटर के हार्डवेयर से आ रहे हैं उनका इंटरप्रिटेशन करे प्रॉपर एंड देन उसका एग्जीक्यूशन करे. So basically CPU is a chip. A chip is any small electronic device that contains an integrated circuit. यानी एक डिवाइस है, इसके अंदर एक इंटीग्रेटेड सर्किट है जिसको हम बोलेंगे CPU. CPU are used in digital computers and are semiconductor component where most calculation takes place. We already know कि वो semiconductor से बनता है और डिजिटल कंप्यूटर्स जो हम कंप्यूटर यूज़ करते हैं, इट इज़ ऑलरेडी known as digital computer. As can be seen in this picture, the CPU chip is usually in the shape of rectangle or square and has one notched corner to help place the chip into the computer properly. Notched corner है ताकि हम जो CPU है उसको कंप्यूटर में प्रॉपरली फिट कर सकें, कंप्यूटर में यानी मदरबोर्ड के अंदर प्रॉपरली फिट कर सकें. इट इज़ ऑलरेडी attached directly into the CPU socket. With the help of that lever, or you can say hinge, we are protecting our CPU from the other elements. So it is basically stored inside the pocket of CPU, pocket of CPU, or it is also known as CPU socket. और फिर CPU के ऊपर हम एक फ़ैन रखते हैं so that it can prevent from overheating. मतलब एक हीट सिंक के लिए एक फ़ैन रखना पड़ता है CPU के ऊपर ताकि वो ओवरहीटिंग CPU को और मदरबोर्ड को ओवरहीटिंग से बचा सके. So now here you can see the basic basic units of CPU. CPU has memory unit, control unit, and arithmetic and logic unit. Input unit gives data to the CPU and CPU interprets and decodes the data from input device and then it gives to output device. Now memory or storage unit, it stores all the data and the instruction required for processing. It stores intermediate results of processing. It stores the final results of processing before these results are released to an output device. All inputs and outputs are transmitted through the main memory. So if you remember that registers and where the registers were the temporary locations where the memory memory location or any data that was stored so that the processor works on that. In microprocessor 8085, if you remember, we were calling accumulator as a processor register. Why? Because each and every process is whatever it is taking place, it takes place on that particular accumulator. So registers are temporary storage areas which are responsible for holding data that is to be processed. यानी accumulator और general purpose registers जो थे उसमें हम डेटा को टेम्पररी स्टोर करते थे ताकि जो भी ऑपरेशंस है या कोई भी प्रोसेस है जो परफॉर्म होने वाली है उस लिमिट तक के लिए हम उसको स्टोर कर सकें. आफ्टर परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ ऑपरेशन what we will do, we will simply transfer the data from the accumulator or general purpose register either to output device or to the memory or any other external hard drive. This data is further used by control unit. There are some registers that are set aside for specific tasks. These generally include program counter, stack, and flags. Okay, so all those registers were having specific task, like program counter was used to keep track of each and every instruction. Stack and flags, uh, stack pointer and flags were having their own task. Flags were used for status. It was also known as status register, and was very much important for logical operations. Next is control unit. There is a circuitry in the control unit which uses electrical signals to instruct the whole computer system for carrying out or executing already stored program instructions. Its name clearly shows that it controls and coordinates computer components. It extracts instructions from memory and decodes and executes them. In fact, it regulates the flow of information through the processor. In short, it can be said that this component receives, decodes, stores results, and manages execution of data that flows through the CPU. इन शॉर्ट हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि कंट्रोल यूनिट जो है वो पूरे डेटा का फ्लो का ट्रैक रखता है। जो भी डेटा आ रहा है या जा रहा है उसको प्रॉपर इंटरप्रेट करना, उसका प्रॉपर एग्जीक्यूशन करना, उसको डिकोड करना, ये सारे काम कंट्रोल यूनिट के हैं। अगर अरिथमेटिक एंड लॉजिकल ऑपरेशन उस पर करना है तो पर्टिकुलर ALU यूनिट को प्रोवाइड करना। दिस बेसिकली इट manages and tracks the flow of data. Now, arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit is also an important unit. This unit consists of two subsections. First is arithmetic section, second is logical sections. Arithmetic section, the function of arithmetic section is to perform all arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or all complex operations are done by making repetitive use of the above operations. मतलब ये जो basic operations है उसको हम repetitive use करके हम complex operation कर सकते हैं. Next is logical operations. Function of logic operation is to perform logic operations such as comparing, selecting, matching, and merging of data. Now coming to CPU performance properties. So first you can see these are the number of factors that are responsible for a CPU performance. First is CPU speed, the number of operations that can be done per second. Word size, the largest number that can be operated on in one operation. Data path, the largest number that can be transported into chip in one operation. Internal cache memory, the amount of internal high-speed memory that the chip includes. Now starting with CPU speed. So the CPU speed of a computer is used as a means of measuring how well it operates. Like the megahertz or gigahertz value of a computer is an important measure of its power. All other things being equal, a faster clock means faster execution and better performance. मीन्स जितना फास्ट क्लॉक होगा उतना ही फास्टर एग्जीक्यूशन होगा और उतना ही बेटर परफॉर्मेंस होगा. ऑल दिस थिंग्स इज द मीनिंग ऑल दिस थिंग इज द मीनिंग ऑफ CPU स्पीड. और उसकी स्पीड हमेशा किस में बताएंगे, या तो मेगाहर्ट्ज में या तो गीगाहर्ट्ज में. नेक्स्ट इज वर्ड साइज. वर्ड साइज इज द नंबर ऑफ बिट्स. आई एम रिपीटिंग अगेन, इट इज द नंबर ऑफ बिट्स the processor can interpret and execute at a given time. Any computer can be programmed to manipulate any size number, but the bigger the number, the longer it takes. The largest number that computer can manipulate in one operation is determined by its word size. In microprocessor, what was the size of word? It was I think it was taking microprocessor 8086 was taking one word data. while microprocessor 8085 was operating on only half word or you can say 8 bit data. बट जो वर्ड साइज है वो ये बताता है कि कौन कितना लॉन्गर या फिर कितना लार्जेस्ट नंबर ऑफ बिट्स है, या फिर वर्ड साइज जितना बड़ा होगा और कम सेकेंड में या कम टाइम में वो उसको ऑपरेट कर सके या एग्जीक्यूट कर सके, ऐसा जो वर्ड साइज होगा, ऐसा जो साइज होगा उसको कहेंगे वर्ड साइज. And word size is the number of bits. I already told it is the number of bits the processor can interpret in a given time. Okay. बट वी ऑलरेडी नो कि जितना बड़ा नंबर होगा उतना ही ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है. बट हम सीपीयू ऐसा डिज़ाइन होना चाहिए जिससे कि वो बड़ा साइज़ का वर्ड होगा या फिर जो डेटा है जिसका वर्ड साइज़ बड़ा है उसको कम टाइम में वो एग्जीक्यूट कर सके. बट फिर ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि बहुत बड़ा करने जा रहे हैं और फिर क्या बोलते हैं उसकी स्पीड कम होती जा रही है. It should be optimum. Next is data path. Data path is the hardware that performs all required operations. Means data path is the hardware. What are the hardwares? For example, hardwares are arithmetic logic unit, registers and internal bus. All these are hardwares. They are performing different operations. CPU in a computer contains data path that route data between these functional units. Means कौन से डेटा को कौन से रजिस्टर में ले जाना है, कहाँ से ले जाना है, कौन सी बस के थ्रू ले जाना है. This kind of thing is known as data path. Next is internal cache memory. You already know what is cache memory. Cache memory is a very high speed semiconductor memory which can speed up CPU. Right? कैश मेमोरी क्यों किस लिए यूज करते हैं? ताकि वो सीपीयू की स्पीड बढ़ा सके. इट इज अ वेरी हाई स्पीड सेमीकंडक्टर मेमोरी दैट कैन स्पीड अप सीपीयू. होल्ड्स दोज पार्ट ऑफ डेटा एंड प्रोग्राम दैट आर मोस्ट फ्रीक्वेंटली यूज्ड. यानी अगर कोई हम ऑपरेशन कर रहे हैं जिसमें जो डेटा है या फिर कोई प्रोग्राम है जिसको हम बार बार यूज कर रहे हैं तो वो कैश मेमोरी में स्टोर होता है, वो भी टेम्पररी. The parts of data and programs are transferred from disk to cache memory by operating system from where CPU can access. Means hard disk से cache memory पे लाना पड़ता है. कौन लाता है? ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. कब? जब हम किसी प्रोग्राम को यूज़ कर रहे हैं या उस प्रोग्राम को कोई प्रोसेस यूज़ कर रही है या फिर सिर्फ ट्रांसफ़र भी कर रहे हैं, तब हमको डिस्क से कैश मेमोरी में लाना पड़ता है. What are the advantages of internal cache memory? It is faster than main memory. It consumes less times. It stores data for temporary use. Means it अगर वो फास्ट है, कम टाइम यूज़ कर रही है और स्टोर डेटा को टेम्पररी स्टोर कर रही है, so means it is advantageous to our computer. It stores the program that can be executed within a short period of time. यानी ऐसा प्रोग्राम स्टोर करती है जो हमको तुरंत ही यूज़ करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम प्लेइंग अ सॉन्ग, देन फॉर सम मिनट्स आई हैव जस्ट पॉज्ड इट, but I want to use it again. So that doesn't mean it will go to the hard disk again, that particular song. It stays in cache memory so that after some time, or you can say after few minutes, I can access it again. Another thing is disadvantage. What is disadvantage? Cache memory has limited capacity and it is very, very expensive. So here we are finishing our lecture number 8 and the reference is tutorialspoint.com. You can visit it and thank you.